Good morning, guys. I know it's been a couple days. I want to appreciate everybody for giving me just a few days of space, just to kind of let me absorb all the information I had to take in. But I'm feeling better, a lot better actually. I still haven't told my kids. I'm not going to tell them for a while, I think. So, or until I explained in the last video how my mom didn't want me to tell the grandbaby she was sick unless something worse happened, unless surgery didn't help. So we're just gonna stick with that for a while. And it's frustrating because I get so, not angry, but I get so, I want to say maybe kind of depressed, and I use like certain outlets just to kind of deal with it, and they notice, and I can't tell them why. So they definitely feel the effects even though they don't know what's going on. But we had a long weekend here, Memorial Day weekend. I didn't have work yesterday, the kids didn't have school, we didn't have therapy, so yesterday we just kind of bummed around the house, watched TV, because it's also almost my birthday. So I decided to kind of treat myself and splurge a little bit. And I went through a cable company and I finally ordered cable. And initially I was trying to look for an unlimited data package because we were blowing through like gigs easily. Like our data for the internet is crazy high because of how we use it. And I was looking for an unlimited package, but the internet company that I go through was offering different packages, and the one package was really expensive, but if you bundled with cable TV, kind of dropped it down by like $20. So we did that. So we did absolutely nothing but sit on our butts and watch TV. So I have to get these guys up for a little while. In a few minutes actually. And then they have school. I don't have work today, but I work early, super early tomorrow. So I will see you guys in a little while. And see you guys soon. I kind of have to weave and dodge the kids when they're around because I can't talk about certain things. But I have a little bit of a good news, I guess. I mean, I guess it would be, I guess it would be, I don't know. It's one of those things that if somebody gets sick, like the whole family wants to kind of come around and help. And I wish it was under better circumstances. But my mom's sister, one of my aunts, is going to come and help the week of my mom's surgery. So that's going to be really exciting. I mean, she's such an awesome lady. It's a bus. Another bus. But she's gonna come down or up and help and stay for a while. And so we'll have her on board too. And she hasn't seen kids in a few years. She saw Jada and Lucy a few years ago, and Lucy was maybe just a couple years old, so she hasn't met Annie yet at all. I mean, except for, you know, things I post on social media and through my videos, because she watches my channel too. You do? Okay. But they don't know. And I'm probably not going to say anything until she shows up at the door, so. Another thing we've had to deal with is that our AC isn't working right now. If you remember from last year, if you were around last year, you remember our AC went out completely and the landlord replaced it with a brand new unit. They also replaced some of the fuses because it was a combination of the fuses and the AC just being really old. They need to replace the 220 line, and I'm pretty sure it's the 220 line. The breakers are fine, the fuses are fine, everything on that wall with the AC Everything else that's plugged into that wall works fine. But we cannot get the AC unit to work. So I've been trying to get a hold of the landlord for about 4 or 5 days. I've called every day for about 5 days straight, once a day. I left a text message, I left voicemails, and I haven't gotten any response. Now, I get it was a long weekend, and I get that it was a holiday here, and I get that you probably weren't even home. But a simple answer, even over text message, would work. Just tell me, when you're going to send somebody out, because air conditioning in the South is the responsibility of the landlord. I don't know about any other state, but in states where it gets really hot, really humid, really fast, it's their legal responsibility to handle. Hence why they replaced it last year. And I had to take a crash course in a lot of stuff last year because I was the only one here. So I'm like 90% sure it's the 220 line where the AC hooks up into. And the landlord hasn't replied to anything. I've got my call log to prove it. I've got my text messages to prove it. I'm trying to reach him before it gets too hot here to handle anything. So if I don't hear anything from him by when my rent is due, I'm going to send him certified mail stating his legal responsibilities, giving him a nice little reminder, and stating that if it's not fixed, then I have the legal right to deduct from rent and get it fixed myself. So those are my options, and hopefully it doesn't escalate any further, and hopefully I hear back from him today so I don't have to take that route, because I mail out rent tomorrow. So yeah. Here, Annie.
I don't want to see.
You don't want me to see?
Come on.
Turn around. What are you doing?
Because I'm playing outside.
You playing outside?
Yeah.
Come here. Annie, come here. What are you doing? Miss Ma'am,
I don't want.
you're turning around. Come here. Say apple tree. No, don't bend it. Let go. Come here. Apple tree. Apple tree. Come here. So I took Annie outside for some fresh air, and she did really good in therapy today. She only has 2 sessions left, believe it or not. I can't believe it, because it was about this time last year where we actually started to receive services in the home. And once you receive services from the home and that they'll offer all kinds of other services to you. And that's what happened with us. She got her in-home services, and then we got services through the school because she's getting ready to start school, and she'll start school in August. So this year has just gone by so freaking fast. I can't believe it went by just like that, I have to start looking for places to buy Jaina's uniform, because they're not all that expensive, but you can only get them at certain places, I think. And Annie, over here. But they have uniforms in middle school, so I don't know why, but I'm gonna get her some khaki pants, khaki shorts, and khaki skirts, and then polo tops. And those polo tops are gonna be really warm in the summer. But yes, baby. What are you doing, my child? And my husband is also getting ready to sell his truck too, so he's gonna write up an ad and throw it up on our local Craigslist subdirectory and see where he goes with that. And he wants to get something smaller, something that he can take over the road with him, or just something he can use around town. What is it? It's an airplane. Do you see it? Okay, so the ad for my husband's truck is already up. And we received a very questionable response saying that they'll send us a blank check from Michigan for the truck. Now, people buy vehicles out of state all the time. The issue I have is that this is a scam, and I'll show you guys the pictures in a minute, but what tipped him off is that I asked to speak to him in person, because, you know, it might be some kind of car dealership that just buys cars from various states. That happens all the time. And he said he didn't have any minutes on his phone, but he could text message. Are you guys catching on yet? He had the money to buy a truck, but not to pay his phone bill. Yep. Total scam. Oh, by the way, my landlord did finally get back with me after I said this morning that, you know, all my rights and what I was going to do if he'd never got in touch with me. He got in touch with me and said that he was going to today to see what he can do with the AC and figure it out. And so, yeah, we'll go from there, I suppose. Oh, and by the way, I'm not dumb enough to give out my information over text messages or over any kind of messages, email, nothing like that, unless I personally know you. And even then, I'm gonna make sure it's you. Like, I'll go through 21 questions to make sure it's you before I give you any type of information at all. Anything. No, you're not gonna have it unless I can make sure it's you I'm talking to. But this is a complete scam, and I'm pretty sure it's all over Craigslist, and I'm pretty sure it's all over the internet. There's all kinds of crazy scams. There's the Microsoft text scam. There's the IRS scam. There's this scam. There's a bunch of other scams. So yeah, just use precaution when dealing with people, and make sure you have somebody there with you when the transaction takes place, because you never know what's going to happen. I'm not going to deal with anybody out of state, period. B, I'm not going to deal with checks or anything like that. I'm just going to deal with cold hard cash or money orders. I'm a little wary of checks because of how easily they can be forged. And I'm willing to do money orders, because if you purchase money orders and it's like cash anyways, and they're a little harder to forge. But I mean, it can happen. So I'm just either gonna get the cash or the money order route for this, and sorry, go scam somebody else.